Since we're talking about GMO issues, and I also have a petition to protect those most vulnerable to environmental contaminants and abolish the use of reference men. So if any of you are interested in learning more about the current campaign we have at Taos Women United right now, we're looking for signatures from that. Pretty much right now, to summarize the petition, it's right now who's protected from radiation exposure and other contaminants from toxic industries is a 154-pound adult white male. And so if you fall in that category, you're probably okay. But if you don't fit that description, then you're not protected. So we're trying to change that model right now. And so please, if anyone's interested in signing, come see this little clipboard.
Can we pass it around?
Okay. Yeah, maybe while I'm reading this.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you for the signs.
Okay, I gotta find a pen too, though.
Here you go. Good one.
Oh, almost. You gonna let me read a poem? Here, I'll just hold it and read it. So stop crying if I... So part of reconnecting to our spiritual activism is reconnecting to our creativity. And so whether it's art, whether it's poetry, whether it's music or dance, incorporate that into this movement, and that's how we're going to start changing hearts with people. And we talked about how do we make allies with these people that maybe we're opposed to or that have the money. We have to change their hearts, and we're going to do that through our artistic means and our creative expression, and that's through that storytelling. Yeah. Okay, I'm just going to walk around and read this. Message to Monsanto. I am my own nation with self-determination, a voice, and my own boundaries. You cannot trespass your mad science here. There will be no splicing, dicing, forceful injections to sterilize this free will. Your campaign of violence will never silence the power and song of sovereign landscapes. Your campaign to dominate remaining pockets of land-based beauty will fail. Your twisted esteem has yet to see the power of ecology boomerang back at you with the breath and balance of pure reciprocal pollinators. It's funny the audacity, that monoculture mentality, for it's in our inherent biodiversity that the hungry will be fed. It's the garden of truth in our heart that will keep our encoded memories from being bled, carried out in sterile labs where viruses are shot with intentional precision, enacting double helix holocausts on seeds we are supposed to protect. Your poisoning of generations is a toxic war crime carried over from your shameful days of bombarding veterans and civilians with an agent called Orange, whose children with disabilities have yet to see justice or health care in their daily sunrise. Your poisoning of future generations will go no further, for while capitalism feeds you and sneaky protection acts shield your diabolical crew, will protect this, Monsanto. I am boycotting you. Oh. Watch as consumers change this tide, and the world's community will no longer abide. No one will care when your abominations are set ablaze, and this place will rejoice as indigenous seed weathers its last era of tyranny. Our desert beauty genetics are as strong as our memory, and only we know how to tend and mend this land where our spirit is rooted deeper than you know. We must keep growing our own food, saving heirloom seeds, keep demanding these basic rights, and at the very least, change for mandatory GMO labeling is now in sight. Nature has our back, is creating Roundup-resistant seed, being classified by your people as a superweed. Immune to your poison is a plant called amaranth that has fed us through centuries of colonization. What a relief and a realization that we are indeed a living civilization. Adapting and growing amidst such violent supremacy. You can rage into oblivion, drowning in your own greed, unless you accept your deep need to be retaught lessons of balance with technology that does not have to bleed. It is time for this crop of a movement to flourish, for collective action to harvest truth on hallowed ground, sweet fruit we inherited through natural law that cannot be patented. Spirit beings of all that is alive, help us get through these times, and we'll return to our sacred promise, our rightful place as stewards of creativity and land-based grace. We remember now when it is time to become warriors, when our seed is threatened and you have hurt our mother. We'll stand our ground, carry solid intention as we walk in Mass, for this is our nation with self-determination, a voice and boundaries, where only those with souls in the end shall pass.
Oh.